Hey, welcome to the Heart of Success show and happy Wednesday. I'm so excited to be with you today as we go along with our lives. We now in such an amazing time, all together and individually. So today, I'm going to talk about an interesting topic, but I will just tell to someone who doesn't know. This show is all about success, and success means different things for different people, and you need to really be clear about um, what success means to you. For very long, we've been looking for success and happiness to outside of us. We've been looking at all of these appearance values and appearance criteria to define our success. But it is really changing. The face of our life is changed. So we are now invited and also in some cases forced to move from the success that we looked outside of us, inside of us. So this is very exciting time, and I'm really, really excited to be able to give and provide some little tools and techniques and methods and share my personal experience with you of how we can start to have this process of moving inside. So science is already proved that electromagnetic field of Earth is affecting us in a profound way. And now science is working on find out how our own energetic field is affecting the Earth. So this is really a two-way process. We are not separate by itself entity that is not affecting anything outside of us. So the science is now starting to come up with a full understanding that we are sensory beings and we are moving and flowing through these electromagnetic fields and all these fields that is around us, and the fields that we create, they all blending together, and the relationship is very, very deep. So it put us into this interesting place, and also very important place of ask ourselves the question. So if we are influencing ourselves and others and social environment and global environment, well then we have such a huge responsibility to be able to understand how that influence is happening. So basically, I would like to share with you an interesting experiment, again referring to this institution that made a very unique experiences with understanding of the relationship of people and the fields around us. Back many years ago, when there was a huge conflict in Yugoslavia, so the Heart Math Institute have been running an experiment of trying to influence influence what's happening on everyday life of people who've been in conflicting situations, in very, very severe damaging and collapsing and on a battlefields and things like that. So what they created is that they nominated 100 or 120 people, wherever there's a formula for a number of population. There has to be some number of people that know how to make coherence between their minds and hearts, and how they can actually vibrate on the frequency of the unconditional love. So they got these people, they calculated how many people they need to train for this Yugoslavian conflict that was there. And they trained these people to be able to modify their fields into these coherent frequencies that they been measuring. And what's happened is very profound results of that experiment. So they've been telling these people to sit in the unconditional love from a certain period of time, say once or twice a week, from that hour and that hour, or sometimes for a number of hours. And what they notice each time when these people been sitting all together in that frequency, they've been affecting everything around them. Basically, what's happening in these days and hours that these people have been vibrating in unconditional love, there was no war actions, there was no shooting, there was no emergency calls, there was no robberies, there was no heart attacks. Nothing was happening when people have been sitting on that frequency. So there's a huge interconnectedness between us as individuals and also as a collective. We are affecting our environment and our social environment profoundly. So we know that now it is our own personal responsibility to start to build up this coherency between our brain and our mind, so that we can at least to start to have effect on our immediate environment, on our families, on our businesses. And this is very powerful skill to learn. And I would like to share with you another example of my personal example of either observing or participating in experiments like that. I had this person, the eco energy environmentalist, working on my property some years ago, and he also used to run a few workshops about how we are all connected and how the electromagnetic field of certain frequencies affecting us and our health and our well-being. So, and that was one day where he was giving his presentation, and he wants to take there was about 80 people. So he planned to take all of these people out to the paddock where I have my paramagnetic tower, that bucket spot that I was talking on another show. And he wanted to explain the technology behind that and how it works. And so we've been gathering together, and we start to walk towards the paramagnetic tower, all 85 people. And suddenly there was a rain, like bursting into this very, pouring rain. And we all kind of quickly went to the tower, and he asked us to form a circle. So we did. And then he asked us to close our eyes and focus on stopping the rain. So all 85 people been in a coherent field. They all started to really strongly believe that they can stop rain. And you know what? In 2 minutes, the rain stopped and the sunshine come out. And that's an interesting experiment, because it is confirming, it's validating the power that we have within ourselves. So, sharing with you these examples, I want to really just plant the seed in you that we as a leaders or entrepreneurs or leaders in our personal lives, we need to start to really invest in our inner landscape. We need to start to invest in building coherency between our hearts and our minds. We need to build and we need to take responsibility for how and what we what we have outside of us and what we have inside of us, and how this intra and outer connection and exchange is happening. So there is I was imagining, as we all have the power of imagining our future. I was imagining how the face of future conscious businesses can be completely different from how we used to run our businesses in terms of the duality, egocentricity, competitiveness. So the future of running business is completely different, because leaders and managers and people that are on a higher level and a higher roles of the organization can first invest in themselves to make that coherent field around them that will allow them to be so powerfully intuitive that they can, by modifying their own field, influence the negotiation room. They can influence the meeting room. So basically, I was imagining how the CEO will be so in the censorship of what's happening around him or her, and sense that some people in a meeting room probably not present at that time. And by modifying and connecting to this coherent vibration, the CEO and a leader can modify and invite these people into the presence. So the power of future conscious businesses are so unlimited. But first of all, of course, leaders need to start to invest in themselves so that they can have that positive and harmonious and coherent influence and effect on the others around them and on that business and company, because that coherent and very aligned, harmonious state of the leader or the CEO or entrepreneur will then cascade to the all levels of his business or her business. It is going to be flowing through all the channels, that value, that state, that frequency and vibration of the person that is so in harmony with themselves. So there's a four ways of starting to build this coherency between mind and heart, or total overall coherency of our energy fields. So the first one is really, it's about taking responsibility. So if we now know, and the science is confirming and catching up with the concept that we all have this interconnectedness, direct influence onto each other and in social places and globally on our planet, well then the first responsibility and the full responsibility for leaders is to take that personal responsibility and create personal coherency. So it is be aware of thoughts, of feelings, of the actions, and it all depend on self-awareness. So how do we build that self-awareness? Well, basically it is simple, like notice what you have within yourself. How do you feel in a certain situation? How do you feel in that moment of where you face possibly some reaction or some trigger or something? Just notice how you feel, and then notice what you notice. And then if you want to go deeper, notice what you notice. Basically, build your awareness, become aware that you are aware. So this is like, there's a many layers of that and a deepness of awareness. And the first step is basically make decision about, I really would like to start to build my awareness. So by making decision, you almost move your mind on a side and activate your heart to start to notice all of these in intra small changes within yourself. The second step is practice gratitude and compassion. So this is many speakers and everywhere around. Now in the corporate world, we have all of these practices of gratitude and compassion. So I can't stress it enough how important it is, because that practice can basically very quickly to change your vibration from separation, from duality, from judgment, from wobbliness of some kind of discord or suffering, into the place of groundness and constructive thinking. So this is very important. The third step is, it is a work of discipline. It's not like you made decision and then straight away you start to have that coherency. Well, it is a work of discipline. So learning coherence is the most important skill there is at this moment, especially for leaders and the people that are running bigger communities and businesses, organizations. So invest your time, invest your space and energy, invest your resources into learning and building that coherency within yourself. Then when the time comes where there's gonna be a lot of different confusions and things, you are much more prepared and you are much more grounded in that coherent field of your own personal, and then you can start to help others and influence others. I'm sorry, I need to have a drink. So this is really important. I cannot stress it enough how important it is now to invest in ourselves and learning these skills and start to have this process of taking care of our own inner landscape, so that we can align this landscape with the landscapes of other people and our companies, businesses, organizations, and the earth. Because these times are coming. So the old way of doing businesses and living our lives are basically gone. It's collapsing. So we need to start to build a new way, and we need to start to build new ourselves. We need to start to build this much more aligned and connected way of living and doing business. So the fourth one out of these steps is ask for help. So there's a people that are on a way of creating these conscious businesses. They went through the process of looking at themselves, purifying, cleansing all of these distortions that they hold and clean and attach so hard. So there's a experiences that other people went through, and of course, as we all unique and different, we can choose from whoever can help us and how to help us if it resonates with us. If it's not resonate with us, there's a plenty of people who can help you to start this process of investing in yourself, investing in a new way of being entrepreneur, in a new reality entrepreneur, which is a bit different from what we've been taught all these years when I was taught by business schools and all the other institutions. I'm not telling it was waste, but it was a different concept when I was studied at all these schools and in business. And I ran business from the crippled way of not utilizing my full potential, not connecting to this intuitive place within myself. I was pushing and bullying so hard to achieve my goals that I stretched my system so hard that it is then become showing the signs of crisis, the illness crisis, the personal crisis, the crisis of the business. So I really would like to, by my own experience and by my own mistakes, by my own journey that I went through, to show you that it is not necessary to create a extreme crises. It's not necessary to create business, to create illnesses or any type of tragedy and extreme discord. To see that we need to start to connect to ourselves, and this is new way of living and working. So it is from inside to outside. It is from our own unique gift that we all have, regardless of our education, regardless of our businesses, possessions, and relationships, whatever we have this deep, deep, deep gift and a deep, deep longing that we would like to share with others. So I really would like to invite you to start to take little steps towards building the bridge and building the coherence between your heart and your mind. And basically, I would like to share with you that link that you can actually go and download my free gift to you to work through your shifting your mindset from this busy, worrying, anxious mind into the mind that is looking for and open to unlimited possibilities. In that way, the mind creates space for the heart to step in and start to guide you in an organic way, and then you would be able to listen yourself. So I really see, guys, you just talking and chatting, and I would like maybe go back and see what you thinking about what I was talking, and just to connect with you here. And thank you so much, Vicky. I'm really happy you're here, and it's such an exciting time. I cannot wait to have you and other members of your team to visit Australia and visit my place here, which is vibrating in a very coherent way here. I don't know who is that, the Facebook user. It's probably this person is it's watching me in a different platform. So thank you so much, Gan, to be here with me. Also, we are so sensory being, and it's like we vibrating, we constantly moving and flowing through this space that we, for some reason, erroneously believe that this is vacuum, this is nothing. But we constantly interacting with all the other frequencies and vibrations, and it never stops. So there's someone who I cannot see the name. Hi, Larissa. Yes, you greeting each other here. Tatiana, thank you so much to jump in and join me here. Vicky says, what a nice surprise to see Tatiana. Yes, it is. Using unconditional love. It's something that is so close to me, because when I was in a very lowest point in my life, when I was so depressed and I was having these suicidal thoughts, I was in a very low place within myself, and I practiced unconditional love. I was practicing and I was choosing this unconditional love, and I was just working on that, and it helped enormously. It kept me here. So Yes, the brilliant experiment, and it is confirming to us that through this number of experiences that the HeartMath Institute were performing, it confirmed and validated for us on a very huge level of statistical data. And this institution is still performing very interesting experiments. So that particular experiment was named Peace Project. If someone is interested, you can Google it. I think it's described there. And there's a new project a few years back called the Global Coherence Initiative, where they've been placing devices in different landscapes around the world, and they've been measuring electromagnetic fields of these particular places in relation to the demographics and population. So how the population has been behaving, thinking, emotionally, psychologically. This device has been picking up this vibration, and then they've been analyzing the data. So I think they're still doing it. So there's another, where two or more are gathered. Yes, we are so powerful if we align ourselves together. So I experience myself, and not only that experience with the rain, we stopped the rain. There was another couple of experiences with the same person, with a huge number of people that we've been manifesting and interesting things, but that's probably for another show. So yes, the frequency of conditional love, of unconditional love is a powerful healer. Absolutely, absolutely. It is just we need not to underestimate the power of these vibrations. So we need to build a coherency between our brain and mind. But myself personally, I just look beyond that, building bridge between mind and heart. There's another bridge needs to be built on a much more deeper dimension of who we are, from the heart to our core, to this essence that we all are. That's who we are. This is who we really are. But this is probably in the future. It's developing. It is already in the field. So yes, the bucket spot. The bucket spot is a very powerful spot. So incredible experiment. We are so much more than we think. Absolutely, absolutely. And we are so much still, so much attached and clean to the way of the beliefs that are so limiting, and we still doubting the power of who we are. If only we can just make that decision and become healthy curious. Like, I'm curious, what is behind this? Once you have that healthy curiosity, you open up a little doorway for you to start to activate all of your higher faculties, all of your faculties and abilities, to start to activate your navigation system, your intuition. So there's so much of you talking here. Gratitude and compassion is such a great foundation for living. Absolutely. And we need to practice that, and we need to learn, especially for people who are managing, leading others, and who are creating collectively some sort of products or services. And this is so important for the leaders to start to invest into themselves. The times of business models from outside is over. So we need to start to trust ourselves. Of course, there's a templates and frameworks that we can look and consider and go through and ask help of others. But at the end of the day, the compass is here within yourself. Your compass is telling you what is right and what is not right for you. So here is Tatiana. I think there is a new thinking that emerging in the past years to move forward. The consciousness fields around, although so many people are aware and transforming their way of life, others are still stuck in the old way. Raising awareness and practicing and doing inner work is the way forward. Absolutely. It is no doubt we are already in this shifting field. We feel it, we know it, and even if our little undeveloped childhood the spaces and places within ourselves, that unevolved consciousness is still keep us in an old way. We need to break through. We need to just get all these shackles away and start to become, number one, curious, and then make decision to move towards that new way of being, and ask for help, someone who is already on a way of achieving full coherence. I'm not sure if we have achieved that space and place yet, but there is time when we are fully coherent, when we fully in the flow of that creativity. So in some parts of our life, it's so effortless, it is so joyful, it is so flowing. So well, this is your coherence, and if you have the place of where you can feel it. And also, I would like to extend invitation if you would like to experience coherent electromagnetic field of the earth. It's here on my property. You're welcome to come and experience yourself, and then you have the reference point of how it feels within your system to be in a coherent field, and start to work your way to make the coherence within your own system. So I think I kind of would like to wind up today with just leaving you with yourself. And I'm really, really happy to be able to share with you my own experience and how I, by taking little steps, by asking these convenient questions that I ask myself through my journey, every day I do a little steps towards build my coherency, to build my own way of living and working and sharing and creating value, so that I can help others, I can help you, I can help this planet Earth. Thank you so much. I just would like to extend gratitude for all of you that you've been here with me, and I will come back next Wednesday at 2 p.m. with another topic that at this stage I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm sure it will come to me, and I will share some amazing stuff, or maybe just stuff that is so needed for our groundness, for our practical implementation of just living our life in love to yourself and to others, and create success for the benefit of many and for your own benefit. All right. I would like to just say goodbye to you. I'm just trying to find this. Okay, bye.